One of the stories that comes out of Kind of Blue is this two brothers exploring music together. That is the Miles Davis, Bill Evans story.
I was with Miles for a good part of '58, and he called me to do that album, which happened about 3 or 4 months after I left the band.
Bill and Miles decide in early '59, we're going to explore this idea of modal jazz, staying on one scale for a long period of time. That sort of sets the stage for Kind of Blue.
Kind of Blue was 1959, and that's what was going. That was what was going on, baby. It was Jack Kerouac and Lenny Bruce, and everybody was hip and cool, and and Kind of Blue was, especially with So What, it was kind of like this kind of thing, because they weren't in a hurry, they were relaxed, they were loose, It's
Kind of Blue is its own thing. You really hear the individual spirit of Cannonball Adderley, John Coltrane, Miles, and of course, Bill Evans.
Miles is one of the few jazz soloists who listens to his accompaniment, and there's almost a feeling of a dialogue, and it's a marvelous quality.
when you listen to So What, and Cannonball comes in, he does his thing, and he's right straight down the line. And then Train's doing this thing with the sheets of sound, and then here comes Bill Evans. Mostly chords. With Bill Evans, Miles heard something. Miles, he heard something in Train, and he knew how to put those elements together. Miles Davis was a genius. Flamenco sketches, the root of that is peace, peace. Bill Evans, peace, peace, just kind of.
If you're going to do Bill Evans' greatest moments, his solos, all of his solos on Kind of Blue would have to be on there.
It is elegant. Blue and green is an exercise in elegance.
Bill wrote much of the material, even though it's credited to Miles.
He was over to see Miles. They were planning the session, and Miles gave him 2 chord changes. And Miles said, "What would you do with that?" And Bill said, "I went home and I wrote Blue and Green."
Kind of Blue is the result of 2 musical architects, Miles Davis and Bill Evans.
when you listen to Miles and Bill Evans playing together, it's just a marriage made in heaven. It was just like so right. It was so perfect.
It's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece.
It's the unforgettable experience of playing with these fantastic musicians. I'm very thankful about it.